Assalamualaikum and very good day to my lecturer, Dr. Mariam and friends. My groupmate and I will present our research proposal for this course, Research Method and Statistics in Exercise and Sport, VIB 2101. Our research title is The Effect Anthropometric Variables and Body Composition on Swimming Performance Among ASD Children. Moving on to our presentation, these are the content of our research proposal, which consists of Chapter 1 and Chapter 3. Chapter 1 includes background, problem statement or gap, hypothesis, significance or importance of research, and lastly, possible limitation and delimitation. Chapter 3 includes participant, equipment or instrument, data collection procedure, and lastly, possible data analysis. Let's start with the presentation. Firstly, background of study. Autism is a very debilitating disorder that often manifests in the first 3 years of life and is categorized by poor developmental, educational issue, and poor communication. According to a study, children with autism spectrum disorder had a considerably high BMI and rate of overweight or obesity in school than children with usual development. There has been a little research that covers the relationship between body composition, anthropometric measurement, and swimming speed and time among autistic children. Next, problem statement or gap. First, children with ASD might struggle to achieve age-appropriate motor skills due to particular cognitive impairment or difficulties in other domains, which will affect their swimming performance. Second, there have been relatively few scientific studies and research on swimming performance in autistic children. And finally, all the swimmers that were tested are in the midst of adolescents. Moving on to the hypothesis, in other words, our expectation or prediction that will be tested during research. First, anthropometric variables and body composition have a significant impact on swimming speed. And second, swimmers with good anthropometric measurement will perform better in swimming performance.
Hi, I'm Nurul Nabila binti Muhammad Pandi, VIB 900023. We'll continue the presentation for significance or importance of the study and possible limitation and delimitation. For significance or importance of the study, people with impairments frequently suffer societal impediments and disability. Undoubtedly, that triggers unfavorable perceptions in society. There is virtually little research for persons with disability. It is vital for social to minimize the stigma and prejudice associated with disability. So, we move to the possible limitation and delimitation. The study limitation include, firstly, the fact that we will use a sample of adolescents with neurological illnesses. Hence, accurate diagnosis from doctors is required to satisfy the criteria of chosen participant. Next, cost for facilities and equipment rental. In this study, we will use a lot of equipment and facilities such as pools, and we have to pay the rental cost for using the pool as well as for the equipment to measure the variable needed for the research. Another limitation for this factor is geographical location. Since the participants are children aged 11 to 14 years old, they will need transportation to commute to the facility where the research will be held, in which the participant parents will be the ones sending him. Apart from that, parental consents needed for the participants to be involved in the research, as the children are still under the care of the parents. Okay, for the limitations, one of the delimiting factor for this study is that participants are children aged 11 until 14 years old, diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder, which is we call as ASD, and can swim. The participant will be children aged from 11 to 14 years old, as children within this age range fits our adolescents research criteria. Next, we will standardize the research by having the participants swim only using freestyle and breaststroke, as well as swimming for a distance of 15 meters only. Lastly, the delimitation of data collecting time will be in the evening. This is because the study was conducted in the evening because we were not supposed to disturb their school hours.
My name is Zaima Atifah binti Zainuddin and my metric number is VIB 190033. So I will continue to present about the participant. The participant consisted of 24 young male and a female swimmer with autistic spectrum disorder aged 11 to 14 years old. So 12 male and 12 female from the autism school in Kuala Lumpur. The researchers will then approach the administrator of the school and present a letter of the study from the university in order to request a list of students aged 11 to 14 who are enrolled in the swimming class. The researcher will choose individual who certify the research requirement and will seek parental consent to allow their children to participate in this research project. Proportive sampling is a non-probability sampling method. Proportive sampling method is used in which participants of the same trade are chosen to participate in the study. Anthropometry measurement consists of body height and weight, hand length, and arm span. And body composition measurement consists of body mass index, body mass, and body fat percentage will be used during examination. The equipment for anthropometry measurement consists of stadiometers, weight scale, anthropometers, while the body composition measurement use bioelectrical impedance analysis scanning machine. The freestyle and breaststroke swimming time and speed are measured using a stopwatch and a speedometer swimming measuring.
Moving on to the next slide. I, Nurafika Husna binti Muhammad Al Yasman, matrix number VIB 190021, will continue, which is the data collection method and also the possible data analysis. For the data collection method, our group came up with two ways, which is the observation with a checklist method and also a mechanical observation. For the observation with a checklist method, our group will come up with a checklist of the criteria that our participants have to meet in order for the criteria to be ticked. So the amount of ticks the participants receive will be used as the data. Next, the mechanical observation. For mechanical observation, we will use cameras or videotapes and we will record the participants during the time of research. So we can refer back the videos caught on the camera or videotapes and also be used to calculate like speed or time. Next, possible data analysis. So when we have our data, we will prepare a table and fill it in with the variables, which is the gender, the age, the height, the weight, the body mass, BMI, and others. So once we have keyed in every data for every participant, we will then interpret the data from the table. And once we have interpreted the data from the table, we will confirm whether the hypothesis meets the whether the hypothesis has been met or not. That's all. Thank you.